Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, The Lens of Truth with me, Ave Florentino, and for today's video, here is my review for Splatoon 3's Side Order DLC, which is Wave 2. This was the long-anticipated DLC for the single-player portion of Splatoon 3, which we ended up getting Wave 1 over a year ago. So now, here is my review. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, hit that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment, and let's get to it. In order to go to Side Order DLC, you go to the train station. And in Wave 1, we got INKredible Plaza from Splatoon 1. And now we got Side Order, the Order Sector from Splatoon 2. This is the plaza from Splatoon 2 without color. And there really is no hub world, just a small section outside of the elevator with some NPCs roaming around, and more will be unlocked as you play the Spire of Order.
After awakening in this world of order, an Octoling, Agent 8, along with Pearl, one half of the musical duo must ascend the Spire of Order together.
So at its core, the Side DLC is a roguelike, and it's one of its first of its kind for the Splatoon series. And it's a blend of Salmon Run and a Horde mode, all rolled into one. And what Nintendo does with the creativity in this genre is pretty spectacular, and it's really fun. Although it is light on story and it does continue from Splatoon 2, it was actually really satisfying. It gets to the point, and most of the dialogue happens in between the elevator sections. But it is interesting nonetheless. And when it does come to the gameplay, it is a roguelike, so it is short and it is meant to be replayed, and the replay value is very high, especially with all the weapons you unlock, enemy variety, the different objectives. It will be keeping things fresh for a long time, but I do have to admit that you will start to see the same objectives over and over again in different stages, in randomly generated stages, with different enemy varieties here and there. So I wish there was a bit more variety when it came to things that you have to do, maybe a combination of both. And the difficulty does rank up a lot. It does start off very easy, and it goes from normal to hard for equipping all those chips in your palette as you're going from room to room, floor to floor. Makes things a lot more bearable. It makes your character stronger with more defenses and more options. It just depends on what type of perks you like to equip that will make your run a lot easier. So just like your main character, your drone will be able to help in defense, offense, and do passive abilities as well.
Use different combinations to customize your palette to your liking. For example, you can adjust the features of your main weapon. Activate your special weapon in rapid succession. Floor selection, color chip enhancement, objective completion. Repeat this cycle and conquer the Spire.
And with things like permanent upgrades that you can also purchase, makes things worthwhile. So not only winning rewards you, but losing also is a benefit, because you always get rewarded with something. And this is what's special about Side Order, is the gameplay loop. The more and more you play, the more you get rewarded, the more pearls you achieve in order to make your runs a lot easier. And the lockers outside, by collecting keys, you get to unlock more kits, which makes things a lot more fun, and you get to choose a playstyle that you like depending on the weapon, the sub-weapon, and the specials within the kits. So these can make for great play sessions, and in turn you can unlock these replica weapons for the online portion of Splatoon 3. Alright, let's talk about the graphics and art style. There's something about Side Order that has this great sci-fi aesthetic. It's very neutral. There's a lot of white, cream colors, pinks, and everything just works. The creepy fish with the plastic style bony textures, everything seems off-putting in a great way. There's a mysterious yet creepy atmosphere to the entire game, and not only the aesthetic, but the great music. It's very chilling, really creepy. It has this metallic tinge to it with the classic underwater sounds of the Splatoon series. without spoiling too much about the bosses, although there are very few, these look really cool and they're really tough. Depending on the upgrades and chips that you have, these can be somewhat manageable to very difficult, and that's the beauty of Side Order. With hordes and hordes of enemies coming at you, these crazy bosses will keep you on your toes when you have to use everything at your arsenal, from sub-weapons to specials. This makes for a great challenge. So for my final thoughts, Side Order DLC is a fun single player experience. I just wish there was a bit more variety when it came to the enemies and objectives that you have to do. There's so much combinations that you can do with your weapons, items, and things to unlock. I'll be playing this for a long time because it is super addictive. And thank you guys so much for watching my review, and let me know down in the comment section below if you guys have been playing it and if you like it or if you hate it, or if you are more of the in-between crowd, because I normally do not like roguelikes, but this is my first one that I like because it is in the form of Splatoon. So, thank you so much for watching and see you later. Bye.